Hello, everybody. For some reason, I tend to point every time, and then on occasion, I point out that I point. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'm Brent. That is Bryce. We are Twins Talk Tech, at least today, anyway. Bryce has some things he's going to talk about. He's got a different setup, so kind of a hodgepodge of activities wrapping up there. I can't see if he's shaking his head. The camera basically is taking the place of Bryce's body and his torso, as far as I can tell at this point, but I'm sure aside from that, he looks amazing. Anyway, not a whole lot going on the horizon. Have you already updated your devices to 13.2? Any thoughts on that before we roll into whatever you have?
No, I haven't upgraded yet.
Okay, well, I might recommend it because I haven't had a lot of issues with 13 or 13.1, but I had some weird little things here and there. And it has helped my little bit of quirkiness that I've been dealing with. Also on the watch, I have the Series 2. It's made it a little sprightlier. I might make a video about that and put it on the old YouTubes. But enough about all that right now. What's going on your side over there, Bryce?
Well, first of all, you don't need to stop on my behalf. We can always push off this silliness till later. It's nice to finally hear your voice on this show because I normally do 99% of the talking, which was probably your whole intent from the beginning, because I talk.
It worked out exactly as I planned.
Yeah.
Yes.
So no, I will be upgrading very soon. I just haven't, and I have older devices. I got the 8 Plus, and then my watch is the very, very first one. They're lovingly calling it Gen 0. So that's not that just hurts, really.
Yeah.
Not even worth
Series in their defense, Series 0. So that makes it sound, the series sounds a little bit better than Gen or Generation.
But by making it zero, it's like, anyway, so I can't upgrade. I will see no more sprightliness. I will see only what it is currently. Plus, it's already slightly damaged because I had to replace the battery. Bought it on iFixit. And ruined. I had to buy the little square, I probably talked about this before, square adhesive to hold the screen back in place. And of course, as I was removing it from its little backer, I ruined it. So I just super glued the screen back in. So no more battery upgrades for me. This watch is what it is.
Okay.
And so because of that, the bottom corner now, it doesn't work. But the rest of it does. So I just put everything in the upper left, and I'm good. I guess these.
Yeah.
So anyway, one thing I was going to talk about, I think I've mentioned this before when it comes to the YouTube channels that we enjoy. One of the ones that I like, I wish he had videos come out sooner, but I guess he does on his Patreon page. I don't go to Patreon and do all that stuff because I just, I like so many things. That'd be, even $1 a month would be next thing you know, a couple $100. So I don't do any of that stuff. So I'm sure there's maybe some benefits there. But one video he did not that long ago, but then he had another one that was even earlier than that regarding laptops, was a way to use TV screens, laptop screens, LCD screens, LED screens as a video light. As an example, right now, I've got on this side a window, and then directly in front of me above is the Aperture M9 plugged into a little battery bank to make sure it's going to last. Maxed all the way out, but it is 6-7 feet away from me. But it's giving me a little bit of light. I'm not sure how much shadow is being shown right now because it's so far away. And I don't have the diffuser on. But it's a great light, but really it should be either an ambient light behind me somewhere in the corner or closer. But what's here, you can see the shadow being cast. This is a 19-inch LCD panel. I probably should have looked at the date before I took it apart. But it's about 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. It's heavy.
Wow.
But per a video I saw...
So it's not a CRT then, it's just a...
No, it's not a CRT. It's back when LCDs were, 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, and the bezel was, a good 3/4 of an inch all the way around. But based off of one of...
What did that run you that far back? About 20 grand. It's pretty
It was-
great. Back then, those things weren't exactly free, you know.
It was bundled in with the PC. I bought a Dell like Inspiron 510 or something back in the day, 520, whatever it was. And it came with it as part of the package. So whatever that price was, there's the screen. No doubt it was at least a couple hundred, probably $3 maybe back then. And I loved it. It worked. Matter of fact, it worked perfectly up until I destroyed it just now. But DIY Perks had a video on if you damage the screen, the electronics are probably still good for something. And because of all of the diffusion that's built into it, they work really good as light panels. And so that's what I'm using right now is my 19-inch LCD. The LCD is actually removed. It worked just fine, but not anymore because I cut all the ribbon cables. Just to get this very large panel now. And it's nice. What I should have done before I cut the ribbon cables to the LCD was I should have gone into the menu system and brightened it all the way. I can't do that now. Oops.
All right. Those days are over.
But the benefit to this is because the lights actually still work. If you have a damaged laptop, as an example, you can look up the information on it per the examples he gives, and I'll link to that below. Well, actually, I'll ask Brent to do it, not that he will. So I'll send him the link, and hopefully he will add that link in the description below. And I recommend subscribing. Watch all of his videos. They're all great, very, very nerdy, but that's part of the reason why I like them. But now I have a very heavy 19-inch light panel that is giving off really good light. And what's nice about it is the diffusion. TVs, LEDs, LCDs, the screens have various levels, layers of diffusion to diffuse the light. And so it is bright, but it's not a distracting, harsh light. Like the M9 is just 9 little, thus the M9, right? 9 little LEDs, again, 6 feet away, not putting out nearly as much light as this, but just seem harsher on my eyes right now because they're just bap, 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 9 little dots, whereas this guy is diffused. That's how you explain diffused in sounds and gestures. That's the light. That's what the light does. If this had a speaker on it, you'd probably hear that every time you turn it on. I'm getting distracted. So anyways, that's it's something I wanted to kind of mention. Twins Talk Tech. Yeah, the idea would be someday to talk about some fancy latest and greatest stuff. I wanted to talk about some new microphones that we have at work. I'm using the Saramonic Smart Rig Plus for this thing to go in and give it phantom power, but then to feed the camera, and it does a fantastic job. I really like that little guy. So we bought at work the Smart Rig something. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like the big brother to this guy. Haven't had a chance to use it yet, unfortunately. But then I saw some advertisements and some videos for the Smart Rig something or other. Again, I'll throw up a screenshot real quick so we know what it is. I forgot the name. I was going to bring those and actually use them. It's a single receiver, but 2 transmitters. So you can have like an interview with 2 people, but you only have 1 receiver going into your computer or camera or sound board, whatever it is that you're doing. Super cool. Very similar to the Rode Mic Go, or whatever they call that little guy, the little square that you clip on. It's supposed to be, my assumption is, a direct competitor to that. But typical Saramonic fashion, it's less expensive and you get a little more, which is nice. So anyways, next week's video, hopefully we'll have it. I realized halfway on the way home today that I forgot the box. So we're going old school. It's further away so that I'm not so loud and poppy and that you can't hear all the mouth craziness going on. I just smacked myself in the nose just in case you saw a flinch. But anyways, the main thing.
We appreciate
this light. Super happy with it. We actually have 4 other monitors that are dead. Well, not dead. The screens are cracked. Work at a school district. Kids sometimes, they do things. So we have 4 of them that are sitting in the corner waiting to be e-wasted. So I might be dismantling those today. to see, and because they're newer,
Sounds fun.
the whole unit is 3 pounds, 2 pounds. This guy's probably 5 pounds, 6 pounds. It's heavy, and it's a lot of metal. All the new stuff is just mostly just composites and plastics. So I might end up upgrading to a 17 or 19 inch widescreen. This is 4:3, right? Back in those days, remember those? So, anyways, hopefully my lighting looks good enough as I look here. I look pretty good. It is bluish, it is kind of the tint it's giving off, which is, it's not the end of the world. I fix that in post, as they say, but still pretty good. I would normally want the light a little higher to hide this a little better. I could just get some makeup and just darken it, so it looks more like I have a neck instead of my chin just going directly down to my Adam's apple, which you can't even see anymore.
Anyways, as far as that blue tint goes, isn't that something that you could, prior to cutting the ribbon, fix in the settings?
No,
at least to a certain degree.
No, this is literally just using the backlight, which is just a single color, a very, very white, diffused white light.
Gotcha.
When you get those colors, that's from the LED or the LCD panel. And so you'd have to leave that in place. Yeah. Which again, in this specific case, it was still working. I could have used that and then adjusted lighting and stuff. But this just gives you, it's also brighter because you don't, that's kind of you're shooting through almost a tinted window. You're shooting all that light through with that LCD or LED panel. So by removing that, it gets exponentially brighter. So it is what it is for now. But, and I hate that phrase, but unfortunately it's accurate here. You could always change the temperature of the light by putting on gels. Get one of those gel things and tape it to the cover of it, to the front of it, to give it a more orangey, ambery color. If you want to do a warmer color as opposed to the cool blue it has now. But I like it. I think it's going to work. I'm going to keep it. It still has the VESA mounts in the back, so I might actually mount it in my little closet area thing here on an arm, and I can just kind of pull out and boop, there it is, and it's just always there. We'll see if I get approval from the decorator. But if I get Doors for this, she might not care. Oh no! I might be able to just kind of, hey, everything's great, and then when I open it, then you can see the disaster. Because this isn't done. We've been focusing on other things. We'll be doing that later. This, by the way, is my office. I'm pointing to my office, which is a closet. So I'm sitting in the bedroom facing my office, the closet of the bedroom. Anyways, that's it for me. I definitely rambled more than usual. Well, let me rephrase. Let me be more specific.
Really?
I rambled more on this topic than I expected. That is not unusual. It's quite normal. So there you have it. DIY Perks is a fantastic channel. If you like to tinker, or if you just simply like to watch people tinker and make some cool stuff out of stuff you'd normally throw away. And then hopefully again next week, ceramic microphones. I'll be showing you those and using one so that we can hear it. Is it great? Matter of fact, I might use both. Might take one to go through the ceramic. That actually boosts the audio signal a little bit, and then have the other one go directly into the camera, or maybe a recorder. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of good reviews on the line. I'm stuttering a lot now. I guess I'm getting tired. The caffeine's wearing off, or it's just kicking in. So I'm not by any means going to go into a huge review about it. There's already people who have much more time on their hands and do a much better job. So go Google it when I throw up the link. But I'll have it tomorrow. Nope, next week, and I'll give my impressions because I know everybody's just dying to know.
Sounds
That's
good.
it. You were locked in the same pose for so long, I thought you were frozen.
No, not frozen over here. Unless I was outside, then it would be almost frozen because it's pretty cold. But
wow,
nope, I'm just.
It's 86
relaxing.
degrees here.
I would like to slap you. It is. I can't tell right now, but when I drove in this morning, it was 20 something, and I think during the lunchtime area of time, it was in the 30s. Not freezing, but still pretty cold.
It's not too far from it. Yeah.
Not 80 something.
Yikes. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Brent, thanks for having something to say in the beginning. That was nice. Maybe next
Every
week,
once in a while.
maybe next week Brent can dive in a little more deeper into the iOS, and then I can talk about the Saramonic for just like 2 minutes. We'll set a timer.
Yep. We'll see how that pans
Yeah,
out.
it'll be just like today. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.